Okay, here we go. Find the solutions to x squared minus 2x minus 24. So I need two numbers that multiply to negative 24 and add to negative 2. So that would be negative 6 and 4. But those aren't my solutions because those are my factors. X minus 6 times x plus 4 equals 0. For this to be true, either x minus 6 equals 0, so x equals 6, or x plus 4 equals 0, so x equals negative 4. You selected 4 and 6 instead of negative 4 and 6 on this question. This one we want to put in standard form. Your answer was no solution. It wasn't asking you to solve, it was just asking you to put it in as ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So we'll subtract 3 from both sides, and we'll get x squared plus 4x plus 7 equals 0 would be the correct answer. This one we also want to put in standard form. So remember that standard form, we're always going to have the equals 0 on the right-hand side. So I'm going to move everything from the right-hand side over. That means adding 2x squared to both sides and subtracting 5x from both sides. So x squared plus 2x squared is 3x squared minus 5x minus 2 equals 0. For question 9, we want to find the solutions. This one's a little intimidating because we're working with some big numbers. But remember, we multiplied the outside, so 15 times 21, which equals 315. And it has to add to negative 44, the factors of 315. And those, I'm going to do this quickly, but it might take you a while, would be negative 35 and negative 9. So we rewrite the problem. 15x squared minus 35x minus 9x plus 21 equals 0. We pair off the terms and factor out for each term the greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor between 15x squared and negative 35x would be a 5x, leaving me with 3x minus 7. The greatest common factor between negative 9x plus 21 is negative 3, leaving me with 3x minus 7 equals 0. So we can see that we've got the 3x minus 7 in common, so this becomes 5x minus 3 times 3x minus 7 equals 0. For this to be true, 5x minus 3 equals 0, or 3x minus 7 equals 0. That would mean 5x equals 3, or x equals 3/5. And here, 3x equals 7, x equals 7/3. For question 10, we want to find the solutions here. 6x squared plus 30x minus 216 equals 0. First thing I notice is that all three numbers are divisible by 6. So I'm going to divide them all by 6, both sides. And that leaves me with x squared plus 5x minus 36 equals 0. Now I need two numbers that multiply to negative 36 and add to 5. Those happen to be 9 and negative 4. So my equation is x plus 9 times x minus 4 equals 0. My solutions would be x equals negative 9 or x equals positive 4. Those numbers would make the equation equal to 0. Find all the solutions here. 4x squared plus 32x plus 60. Again, I see that all of these numbers have a greatest common factor of 4. So I divide everything by 4, and I get x squared plus 8x plus 15 equals 0. this can be factored. Two numbers that multiply to 15 and add to 8 are 5 and 3. So my solutions are x equals negative 5 and x equals negative 3. Here we want to put in standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Now to do that, I need to expand the right-hand side, and 2x minus 1 squared is 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1, which needs to be FOILed. You did not FOIL this when you answered the question. So I've got negative x squared plus 3 equals 4x squared minus 4x plus 1. I need to move everything to one side, and my a value always has to be positive. So I'll start by moving everything over. Negative 4x squared plus 4x minus 1. Negative x squared plus negative 4x squared gives me negative 5x squared plus 4x plus 2 equals 0. But I want a leading positive leading coefficient. So I'm going to multiply everything by negative 1 and make this 5x squared minus 4x minus 2 equals 0. And that would be my answer. Okay, we need to put this one in standard form as well. And again, when we square x plus 3, it's x plus 3 times x plus 3, and it needs to be FOILed. So x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus 4x equals 0. So x squared plus 10x plus 9 equals 0. Find the solutions here. Another one with really big numbers. 15 times 32 is 480. So I need two numbers that multiply to 480 and add to negative 44, which happen to be negative 20 and negative 24. So I get 15x squared minus 20x minus 24x plus 32 equals 0. Pair them off. Greatest common factor in 15x squared minus 20x would be a 5x, leaving me with 3x minus 4. The greatest common factor between negative 24x and plus 32 would be negative 8, leaving me with 3x minus 4 equals 0. I recombine and get 5x minus 8 times 3x minus 4 equals 0. So 5x minus 8 equals 0. 5x equals 8, and x equals 8/5. 3x minus 4 equals 0. 3x equals 4, and x equals 4/3.